Good morning, everybody. Chris C, the Slasher Dude, back with another video. So we got my thoughts and review, I guess you can say, in the verses of Last House on the Left, the OG, versus Night Train Murders. I watched this one last night. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Got a verses here. Uh, this comes from the piggyback of the stream that Dirk did on his channel, Subjective Perspective Collective. Check him out. Check him out. Check Darren out. Check Video Man Gizmo out. Check all those dudes out on that was on that channel. Grande's Graveyard, awesome youngin, very cool content. Of course, Darren. Of course, the creepy Kentuckian from DeadPit.com. If you could like and subscribe, I am on, of course, YouTube, Chris C, the Slasher Dude, on Letterboxd, on Instagram, and on Twitter too. This video will be linked on there as well if you're interested in what I do and all this other stuff. If you could like and subscribe, I do this for the love of horror, the love of freaky shit that we're going to talk about here. Also, a collection update from one of the many pre-orders I have. One of those came in. I have many more to go, and I might be done for the year. I'm just going to say that and stuff like that too. We'll talk about that later. First, let's get into this bad boy right here. OG, Last House on the Left. Made in 1972, probably 71, came out in 72, directed by the late great Wes Craven. Also the writer with Ulla Isaacson, I believe. Great special features, of course. This is an Arrow. They reissued this one out. There was another special edition with the slip. I missed out on that. That's okay. I'm glad I'm getting into these films. I used to hear about this all the time as a kid. Heard about this film all the time. Of course you do. You hear about these films that you're not supposed to watch at the age. Glad I'm 44 and getting introduced to these. I love the remake for what it is, but it's true. The late, great, awesome David Hess, who plays Krug in here. I believe I said that right. Yeah, Krug in here and stuff like that. He steals this. Without him in this, I would say is kind of lesser of a film, but we're going to get to that right now. Last House on the Left. Done 1972, directed by Wes Craven, also writer, with the man I just mentioned. Stars Sandra Peabody, Lucy Grantham, and David Hess. David Hess as Krug. Fred J. Lincoln as an awesome part as Weasel. Dude, he kills it in that part. I like in the remake, the person who played Weasel, I forget his name right now. I think Aaron Paul. I believe that's who it is and stuff like that. He does it okay, but he's more subdued version than this dude that's in here. This dude right there. Awesome part. Jeremy Rain as Sadie. The bitch right here in the front. All these people. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Mark Scheffler as Junior. And then Hurton Cove as the deputy. He's like an assistant deputy. This is the same Martin Cove that was in Rambo. Rambo 2. Excuse me, and also the Karate Kid, Sweep the Leg. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So let's just get into this. I give this film a strong 9 out of 10. Or, yeah, a strong 9 out of 10. It doesn't get a 9.5 out of 10 because of the comedy in here with the bumbling police officers. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad in this, I have to admit. There's a comedy element to that I don't like. It kind of starts off that way and stuff like that. Then it just gets brutal. Basically, these are all criminals right here and stuff like that. And two girls, one of them here, and then her friend go to a concert, whatever like that. They want to get some drugs. They go up to the junior character, ask him for some. He says, sure, just head on to this upstairs kind of apartment with me. They go up there and stuff. They meet all these savages right here, these evil pieces of garbage and stuff like that. They molest them. They tie them up to put them in their car. They take them really close to their parents, to the girls, this one, the parents' house. Of course, the Last House on the Left, way out here, you can say basically in the boonies and stuff like that too. And then shit just goes on from there. Very good part by David Hess. It's probably, I was introduced to him in Body Count and stuff like that. I liked him, but he was heavily subdued there. He was also in Swamp Thing. One film I have to get that's over there that Severin brought out, A House at the Edge of the Park. I heard he's really good in that. He is awesome in this. He is great in this. He plays the most evil son of a bitch you can ever think of, a guy you don't want to F with, and stuff like that. There's a scene towards the end where it shows him kind of from this side yelling at his son. Junior and stuff like that to do something, it's very good. Yeah, this is the OG. Very good film. Yeah, that's Last House on the Left. Nothing more I can say about it, really. I gave it, I think, 3.5 on Letterboxd with a heart and stuff like that. And then we get to this guy that I watched last night, the Night Train Murders. So let's see here. Night Train Murders, made 1975, also called Last Stop on the Night Train. I found that on IMDb. There's another way of saying it. I finally found it on my Letterboxd. I thought maybe I'd put a review up late last night. I looked it up under Letterboxd. Of course, it was under a different name because, again, I state this on my channel and stuff like that. These Italian directors, they're different type of cats. It's a different type of cinema. Love it to death. Let's just get into it. The Night Train Murders, or Night Train Murders, done in 1975. Also, aka Last Stop on the Night Train, directed by Aldo Laudo. Writers, Roberto Infaselli. I can't say it right. I'm bad rogue with Italian and every other sorts of languages, but just go from there. I believe the writer, good special features. This came out from Blue Underground. I like a 4K of this. 4K of this would be great from them, or from, I know 88 Films has a version of this, but I would like a special edition for somebody to pick this up. Maybe Vinegar Syndrome. Blue Underground, of course, does great stuff with their transfers. They always have. Good special features on here. Bare bones kind of special features on this disc as well. Special feature with the co-writer and director Aldo Laudo. That's a very good one. I suggest if you have this to check that out. It's very good. Basically, it's a knockoff of Last House on the Left, but different story-wise. The story is kind of the same. The ending is basically the same, except you have these two girls are going on a trip to a school, I think it was, and this is during Christmas. So technically, this is a Christmas horror exploitation film, big time with that. Starts out like any, these young ladies, very pretty ladies. I didn't get their names down, but say it stars Flavio Bucci, Masha Merrill in a great role that she's in, and Gianfranco De Grassi. Those two ladies are like innocent, very pretty. Just on this train with a lot of these different people. There's priests on this train. This is done in Italy, done in this area and stuff like that. So very high-end Catholicism a bit. During this time in the 70s, it was a different decade and stuff like that. This was a great decade for films like this to come out. People were pissed off. This is after, of course, the Vietnam War, but people are mad. People are frustrated. Italy was going through a bunch of changes during this time, so there's a lot of unrest here. So this movie really hits hard on all of those. To me, it does. Specifically, it just gets to this point where these two girls are just like in this boxcar on the train, just kind of celebrating Christmas and just eating and stuff like that. And that's where the shit begins and stuff like that. These two thugs and this lady being played by Masha Merrill. And Video Man Gizmo, very cool. Follow his channel, please. Good director and stuff like that. He has his conversation stuff that he started doing with these other directors. I highly suggest you check those out. It's very good. Very good if you're into kind of cinema. I love horror. I love everything really cinema and stuff like that too, but I'm more of a fan of it. He actually is in it and stuff like that. I still need to get one of his films and stuff like that and check it out. But whenever you can see these guys, people like him and Grande in general, he's a up-and-coming kind of youngin' director too. I love the fresh faces. I love the different outlooks on films like this. But he mentioned in this film that the woman being played by Masha Merrill is more like a demon and stuff like that. I don't think she even exists. That's just my take on that. I believe she's in the men's minds, telling them kind of what to do this, in their subconsciousness. Real quick with that, I don't mean to rant about, or mean to babble about it, but I think she's in their self-consciousness. There's a scene where a man is looking in the boxcar or looking in the room of what's going on in there and stuff like that, and she invites him in. I think it's all in these men's self-conscious, in their minds, at this pretty woman, which she's a pretty lady, a pretty great actress, and telling them to come in here, you know, in their mind saying, yeah, just do it, man. You know you want to and stuff like that. Then just goes on to their great revenge setup here. I really like it and stuff like that. The molestation scene here. I mean, this film here hit me pretty hard. This film here hit me pretty harder. It's almost the scene in here, the molestation scene or the assault scene. I'll just say that is really disturbing, almost category 3 like. And you know, I'm just diving into that a little bit. The only category 3 film I've seen is The Untold Story, and there's a molestation scene in there that's, I mean, you can't get it out of your head. I can't get this out of my head, but I can't get this more out of my head. There's a scene with a knife. That's all I'm going to say about it. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It is very disturbing. It's all done in kind of like blue light, like they turn the lights off in that cabin in the train. And yeah, it's all this nice blue light and a little bit of red, a little bit like that. So definitely Italian elements in that. An art way of kind of doing it, but this has nothing to do with art. A very strong 8 out of 10, and around the same review. I think I gave this like 3 stars and a heart on Letterboxd, maybe 3.5 stars on Letterboxd. Now then, which one versus, you know, would I want to get or want to choose? God, they're almost equal to me. Like I say, the molestation here is more impactful than in here. The kills in here are way more effective than it is in this, but this is the predecessor. So unfortunately, it is neck and neck. So, but I'm going to say Last House by a by a horsehair. Just in the race, they're neck and neck towards the finish line, but this barely gets it by like maybe this much right here. But yeah, but just barely gets it over and stuff like that. But both these films are great for what they are. They're period films, in my opinion, or genre films, as the director of this one says and stuff like that. But two very, very good films, in my opinion. Two great films, two great directors. Check them both out if you haven't yet. But yeah, that's the OG Last House on the Left and the Night Train Murders. All right, now for a quick collection update. One of my pre-orders came in, and that is the Arte version of Blood and Black Lace. Look at that beautiful thing. I love this cover. I think this is the original, what Arrow did with their artwork and stuff like that for their Blu-ray and stuff like that. I missed my opportunity to pick that up. I know it started going a lot on eBay and Amazon and stuff like that. Should have picked that up, whatever like that. I first saw this on Amazon Prime Video. I've only seen it once. I thought it was beautiful on there. It's going to be a rewatch in me. That's why I got it and stuff like that. So a true version. I actually have another version of Blood and Black Lace over there. One of these days I'll show that off. I probably plan on keeping that, but yeah, this is Blood and Black Lace Arte version. Originally called Sedone per l'asino. El Asino. Sedone per El Asino. There we go. Look at this beautiful. Love, and this is my first Arte edition and stuff like that. The other 4Ks I have from Arrow from the US and stuff like that, but they have Arte versions of their Dario Argento stuff too, and their Italian stuff too. But this is basically what it is. Arte, basically art like Italian and stuff like that. So, that's the front of that. I haven't opened this yet, but I will. Trust me. Back there, you know, cool little box here. I like it a lot. Wow. So it's like a slipcover box wise, I think. And yeah, this doesn't have a what do you call it, a J card, you know, that just goes up. This is kind of one of the first, you know, and stuff like that. I think they described that at first, or the one that Sean Blue Digital got was a little bit different. But yeah, that's this is Blood and Black Lace. God, look at that. That's just gorgeous. Can't beat that. There you go. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a great Terror Tuesday. If you could, like and subscribe again. And I will see you all next time.